Happy Wine Wednesday. So today I want to talk about how to tell if your wine is flawed. I'm going to tell you 5 different ways that wine can be flawed and what to look out for. The first one we're going to talk about is cork taint. The cork did not taint the wine, contrary to the name and a lot of confusion around the name. It's actually because of a TCA chemical compound. Now, how to tell if your wine has been affected by cork taint is when you open it, you're going to smell like a wet dog or a moldy cardboard smell. A second way that your wine can be flawed is it can be cooked. This happens when the wine overheats and the liquid expands, and how to tell is the cork will actually be coming out the top a little bit. You might see leakage, or you might see the foil like bulging or pushed, and that's just because it got too hot. A third way that your wine can be flawed is called Brett. And how you tell if this has happened or been affected by Brett is it's going to have like a barnyardy manure type smell to the wine when you open it. And this actually happens because of a spoilage yeast that hides and gets into the wine. Brett is generally more of a red wine issue, so noted. And then a fourth way that your wine can be flawed is called VA, and that is volatile acidity. Yes. And the smell you're going to get if this has happened to your wine, if it has VA, it's been tainted, is like a sharp, tarty smell, or like a nail polish remover smell. And what happens here is there's a bacteria in the wine. It's actually the bacteria that makes vinegar basically. But that bacteria is going to be in the wine and continue to convert the sugar to alcohol while it's in the bottle. And then the fifth way that wine can be flawed is oxidization. Say that again. Anyways, the smell, how to tell if this has happened to your wine is it's going to have a nutty smell, and it's really going to have a lack of fruit smell in it. So the fruit that you would smell when you open wine isn't going to exist anymore. And this happens when there's way too much oxygen, either during the winemaking process or during the bottling process. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cork taint, cooked, Brett, volatile acidity, and oxidization. 2 other pretty basic ways that you can tell is if your wine is more brownish than you expected. This is easier to do if you drink a certain type of wine all the time and you notice it's a little more brown than normal. It's probably been compromised and flawed. And another is if you taste wine and it's kind of fizzy, but it's not a sparkling wine, that usually indicates that there's a flaw in the wine as well. So I hope that helped. Happy wine drinking. Happy Wine Wednesday.